I'm James von Stieglitz, came here from 77 to 79, so that was years 5 to 7.
My name is Henry Thomson. I was here from 1977 to 1981.
It's when I just come through the sort of front entrance here, the biggest thing that I remember as something that I just can't believe a school had was doing woodwork. I just loved it. The little boxes that you've got the picture there with all of the separate, each person had their own set of tools in a little toolkit, and I've still got that toolkit today. And I discovered that my brother Henry's also still got his. I love that. You could come along in the morning, early in the morning, and put your name down to be able to do woodwork after school. And I would be very keen to do that because I just love that atmosphere of something practical.
It was such a friendly school. It was not a big school, not a small school. It was very welcoming to wherever stage you were at. I enjoyed, like my brother, being able to do the variety of things, the woodwork. Sailing was quite a big thing in the time that we were here. Some of those things which probably don't exist now, like the projectionist club where we'd show movies to the boarders on Saturday nights. A fond memory for me was the involvement in doing things in the chapel and just that side of the school. Like a lot of people, I was involved in different sports. I enjoyed those because there was a level of competitiveness but a level of friendliness across the different sports that we tried.
Yeah, so I think that in those days, prep, as it was, or it has now, ended at year 7, and so of course the expectation was that we would go to the family high school, Toowoomba Grammar, where my grandfather's on the honour board for World War I and that sort of thing, very much the family school. Went through grammar and then went on, after having a gap year away in England, I came back and did electrical engineering here in Toowoomba. After finishing that, I moved to Sydney, where there was plenty of like the electricity industry, gas industry, the utilities type work, and worked in the sort of IT side of those businesses for my career.
From Toowoomba Prep as it was, I went on to Toowoomba Grammar and then to the University of Queensland, where I finished up with an honours degree in economics. That led to the Federal Public Service in an economics area in the labour market advising. I worked firstly from there I then worked for 3 years in federal education, 3 years in federal health, and then for the next 20 odd years was in the Prime Minister's Department, firstly as an advisor on employment, but for most of the time, some 17 years, as the person who ran the whole of government, so that means across all departments, legislation program for the government, working with Prime Ministers from Howard through to the Abbott administration. During the Rudd-Gillard governments, I was sent up to Parliament House as a non-political advisor to work with the government on their legislative agenda, a role where you still needed the confidence of both the government and the opposition to do your job impartially, and thoroughly enjoyed it in that role. In different capacities, I attended a cabinet committee for some 16, 17 years of different persuasions, which was just fascinating about how the government of the day was going to work to get their agenda through the Parliament, both the strategy and the mechanics of it.
The thing that I really noticed when I joined Prep, after being in what was essentially like an open plan school in Canberra, was that you could get back to basics and make sure you had those covered, so that then you could express yourself in using your thoughts and so forth, could be put out on paper or verbally, whereas I previously had all these ideas, but I just didn't have the basic skills, and I really loved how we spent an appropriate amount of time doing those writing, spelling, the things I don't particularly like, but getting those right so that then you could do the more creative side of things. I really love that.
In my line, what was incredibly important, which I struggled with right through school, was the ability to write well, to spell, things that have always been difficult, but they really hold you in good stead if you can write something succinctly and spell it right, and that the audience can understand it. The second thing was the people skills, getting on with different people from different places. In any organisation, like a school, there's going to be all different sorts of conflicts and things, and it's being able to negotiate and work your way through that. And that's something that I remember from days here. It was just a really good outcome of how we would interact and then get on with different groups in social settings. And I think that carries through into workplaces, and it follows through into where workplaces interact with the broader community.
There is a lot, you can feel the smaller groups and the different sorts of things, and it does sort of make me feel like it's still an environment where you can try things. And I certainly felt that was something that we were allowed to do, was to try something, and maybe it wasn't for you and you try something else. And I can, previously we just were hearing about rugby in the school and so on. I think, I tried rugby, it wasn't really my thing. Then I tried hockey and I loved it. I continued playing that through high school, played it in England as well. And so I think that you can still feel that sort of atmosphere where people are exposed to a really big, broad range of things, and that still comes across very much. I do like how fresh it feels, that there is this sort of, I guess, feeling that you can be out on a veranda. You're not sort of just in a school. You're in a full environment. Yeah.
Oh, look, for me, the buildings have all changed. It's unrecognisable from a visual point, but just walking around this morning, just seeing the different classes in action, there's that calmness, there's that new way of learning that to me is just quite incredible. It looks like a place where I just fit in, wanting to learn. We walked into the library. It was quite different to the library from my time, where a library was this quite cold, quiet place, where it's now a place of learning. Seeing the different classes from technology, manual, arts, sport, general education, just looks wonderful. Smaller class sizes, I think, than what we would have had. Just looks very refreshing, very comfortable.